Hey guys, it's Heather with tomatoes, poppies, and everything gardening. It is a Monday morning. It has been exactly 21 days since I seeded my seedling trays for my summer garden. So all of my nightshades are in those trays, some flowers, and a few herbs, mostly basil. I had one sage that germinated, and that was it. So we're going to work on those today. We've got a few things to do, and I'm going to give you an update. So let's go outside because that's where they're at. They're not in their little house anymore today. You can see indoor tomato guy is still doing great. Got some nice fruits growing there. So that's it. It's a dreary day. Some of the plants have been out for about 2 hours. They've had 3 or 4 days, maybe, yeah, about 4 days last week of getting used to the elements. And they're doing pretty good. So let's go take a peek. All right, guys, I took a super quick break for lunch, and look what I had. That is a tomato from my indoor tomato plant and lettuce from out here in the garden. Okay, so here's where we're at with all of our seedlings. Now, it is a very dreary, super overcast day. That is why they've been out here so long. If it was sunny at all, if they hadn't had days last week outside, I would not leave them out here as long as I have. But it's very, very dark, very dreary sky, thick clouds. And so they're happy. They're happy to get all this outdoor time, and the sun that is produced right now from the super overcast day is so much more effective than my lights. So this is good for them. This is giving them some things I cannot give them with the lights. I will point out a few problems. So after a second seeding, the purple rain, it still did not germinate. So I think it was a seed issue. Unless there's something right there. What is that? Nope, that's just fuzz. These two trays are flowers. So I just kind of moved this tomato there that had never germinated. My shishito never germinated. So those are the two things that did not. The shishito pepper and the purple rain tomato seed. And then also, I only had one sage out of the whole lot. The lavender is part of my flower collection here too. So I have a separate video I'll do for them. These are the Supremo canning tomatoes. I've already potted them up once. They've gotten pretty big. I can probably go ahead and pot them up again. This is purple ruffle basil, and it's so cute. I love this one. This is my favorite right here with the purple and the green. I think I'll have to keep that one for me, and maybe this one too. I like the variegated. Lettuce leaf, basil there. Lots of tomatoes and peppers. Remember when I was gone for 3 days? I don't think the lights ever got turned off. So I do think my California Wonders got a lot of sunburn. You can see it, and it looks pretty rough. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to save the ones on this end, but these should be fine. These over here on this side. They're starting to get their second leaves. So even though they got sunburned on the first leaves, I think they'll be fine. Some of my tomatoes got a little sunburned too. I kept my lights really low this year compared to prior years. I think they'll bounce out fine once they start to get more leaves. But you can see what that kind of coloration that happens when you sunburn your plants from indoor lights. Now, if you do it outdoors, you'll actually get white spots. And I've done that many times, many times. Well, let's go look over here real quick. This is my tomato sucker, remember, off of my indoor plant. He has been getting a lot of outdoor time, so I'm going to put him in the ground in a pot on Thursday. He will go in tonight, he will go in tomorrow night, but he spent the whole night outside, I think, 2 nights ago, because it was like 59 overnight. Okay, these guys got sunburned. You can see that coloration there, but the new leaves are starting to look okay. I'm still rubbing the tops, even though they've gotten lots of outdoor wind time last week, and the fan every day, either outdoor time with the wind or the fan. They've been getting bottom watered, like we talked about in the last video. And actually yesterday, everyone got bottom watered with rainwater, which was great. Hold on, Tonto wants to get in. I mean, out. You can see my dill is doing really nice. All right, Tonto. Okay. So I bought these at Walmart. We're going to do purple for eggplant, orange for peppers, green for herbs, blue for flowers, and then of course red for purple. Okay, let's see. What are we going to do now? These guys are getting big. These definitely need to get potted into a much bigger pot. Like today's the day. Today's day 21. Everyone's going to get into a new container. And I'm going to use potting soil. Quality potting soil that's loose and fluffy. Not seed starting mix. We're moving on to potting soil. So I've got this tray ready. These are the larger cups, which I'll put the holes in before we get started. And it'll look like this. Those are my Target cups that I buy. This size plant would be perfect for this cup. These little dudes, they are going to go into my little mini 2-inch pots. And then I've got 3-inch that I may put like medium-sized plants. I've got my table out here, my hardening off table. It used to be a painting table, but now it's for plants. I did start these underlights, the cumin. I just put them in a pot yesterday. They are frost sensitive, so I will move them in and out if it gets cold. It doesn't transplant well, so I didn't want to take a chance on waiting any longer to transplant, which is what I did last year, and I was not able to grow any cumin last year at all. I even tried to direct sow, and I was unable to grow cumin. So I'm very hopeful this will work out for me, because I would love to be able to save the spice from this plant. This is a basil project that's going to eventually come outside. It's his first day outside. And this is my holy basil that became an indoor plant. I think I brought him in October. If you remember that video, maybe I'll remember to link it below. So this is his first day back outside since October. He's been a great house plant. I just love him so much. Okay. So you can see there's various. I just did a tour of the deck and the green stalks, but I want to update y'all real quick because I do have germination on my nasturtiums. And this one, no. And then I have some nasturtiums over in those cups. I've been opening the lids. There's a couple with germination, but not a lot. You can see there's one right there. And I've got something growing here. Maybe y'all can help. I have no idea what it is. I'm hoping it's lettuce. I did not put a tag and I didn't take a picture, so I have no idea. Let's hope it's lettuce, because I do need more lettuce. All right, before we get started with the seedling care, let's go and show you one thing that's changed since I did that garden tour a few days ago. It just like happened overnight and it made me really sad, but what can I do? All of my brassicas are bolting. You can see, look at that. All of these are going to come out. Even that big, beautiful cabbage. I mean, I just did a picture. I took a picture of him like 2-3 nights ago, and I made cabbage rolls with the outer leaves. And he looked perfectly fine. He had a nice tight head. And now look. But the good news, since that video, I have peas. I've already eaten about 4 or 5. They're really good and sweet. These are called Little Crunch. And they're just like popping everywhere with peas. So I'm so happy about this. But I'm very sad about my brassicas. And look, all of my broccolis are flowering. Yeah, so Probably tomorrow I'll do my raised bed area garden tour, and you can see that my bed of broccolis have all, well, not all. I do have a few that haven't, but they're doing this. They're starting to bolt and flower, so that means the leaves are going to taste very bitter. It's just disappointing. Disappointing. Okay, so let's get back to the seedling here. So I'm just going to put soil, and I'm going to moisten it, and I'm going to start transplanting, and I will just gently work these guys out. If I have one that's this small, he's going to go into one of the micro 2-inch pots. These guys could go into like the next pot up, or a micro. I might even put those in a micro. Something like this I would put into the 3-inch because he's kind of tall. And then these bigger guys can go into these like 4-inch pots. So that's it, guys. Everything germinated except for the one pepper and the one tomato. And I guess that's it. So I'm going to get busy. I am just going to go ahead and say goodbye, but I'm going to leave a bunch of pictures here at the end of the video of what I get done today, because I'm also cooking dinner right now. So it's going to be a stop and start. And it may actually take me like 3 days, realistically, to get this whole table taken care of. I'm not working on the flowers today. These 2 trays are flowers. But even like these flowers are my outdoor flowers, marigold. These are zinnias. These are going to get processed and put into a pot too. Okay, guys. Well, guess I will get busy, and I will talk to you soon. I hope you enjoy the pictures, and I hope you're having a great gardening day. Talk to you soon. Bye. Things are super slow going because the bags of soil I normally recommend, that I love, the one from Sam's Club, these 2 bags are full of horrible chunks of mulch. See? Look at all that I've gotten so far. So I'm having to filter the soil and get all these huge, giant chunks out. I've stacked about 4 to 6 cups here to drill at one time. I decided to go ahead and pot the German pinks into one of the big cups. So I put a thin layer of dirt at the bottom, pinched off the first leaves, and then stuck that plant down into the pot. I actually put the leaves in there too after they're pinched. You don't want any foliage below a water line or soil line. And so that's it. And you can see here, it's late at night when I finally decide to quit. And I did add some perlite to that soil, and I only got a few trays done. The frustrating part now is where to put everyone, and it becomes like a rotation, maybe 12 hours in, 12 hours out, and or these trays are going outside and getting natural sun as much as possible, weather permitting.